sponsoring this bipartisan bill and for his testimony before this committee last month. Having just returned from the Colombia-Venezuela border, it saddens me to see just how quickly conditions in Venezuela are deteriorating. I heard truly heartbreaking stories from so many migrants and refugees who have fled the country. And I am pleased that in the past month our committee advanced 3 key pieces of legislation, all of which passed the House, that keep the pressure on Nicolas Maduro and support the Venezuelan people. Frankly, I'd prefer to focus our committee's attention solely on supporting the people of Venezuela in the struggle for a better future. But unfortunately, we are forced to respond and reinforce the role of Congress under the Constitution and the War Powers Resolution. I do believe that it's Congress's right and ability to declare war, and I think for too long we have been abrogating our responsibility to the executive branch, no matter who the president was. There are some who will say we shouldn't have a debate in Congress over the use of force in Venezuela. Instead, we should wait and see what the president decides to do before we even have a conversation about the use of force. I must respectfully disagree. Under Article 1 of our Constitution, it is the responsibility of Congress to decide whether America will go to war. If the president wants to threaten military force, the War Powers Resolution specifies that he needs to make sure Congress supports that decision and will be prepared to authorize it if necessary. So the bill we are considering today should really be unnecessary. Presidents should just follow the Constitution and the law. But unfortunately, we've all seen presidents of both parties carry out military interventions without coming to Congress. So today's legislation simply reasserts the legal requirement that the president must work with us now, not after U.S. troops are put in harm's way. We've ceded our authority for far too long, sitting on the sidelines. If we don't take action, the executive branch will keep disregarding the law and ignoring our role in this process. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Maduro is a kleptocratic dictator, and the Venezuelan people deserve better. We must continue to assert pressure on the regime and provide support for the Venezuelan people. None of this effort is undermined by reminding the Trump administration that they must uphold the Constitution and come to Congress for any military authorization. To avoid this conversation would be irresponsible and a shirking of our most solemn responsibility. So I support this measure, and I urge all members to join me in doing so. And I'll now recognize our ranking member, Mr. McCall of Texas, for the purpose of his remarks on H.R. 1004.